Welcome back, honoured representatives. We have much to go over. Where we last left off, we were discussing the recent colonization of new worlds as well as military defense proposals for the defense of our worlds against possible alien threats. Since then, we have made good progress in both, with the development of ion drive technology and the furthering of more colonies with the colonization of Diana. Modifications have also been made to the military proposals with the addition of cargo short stations and the incorporation of multi-planet defense tactics. Though one thorn in our side still remains, the lack of military vessels capable of fighting in space-to-space combat. It is a great shame we have no military vessels at this time, but it was decided that the exploration and expansion of the colonies was more important at this time. And as such, the defense proposals are currently subject to change, as once military ships are put into service, we will be better able to protect our world from the outside threats. Now, in terms of your endorsement of Objective 3, we have started to make good progress with the development of jump point theory being just months out, and with that under wraps, we will be able to go ahead with the newly coined Project Osiris, which will oversee the development of jump-capable exploration vessels and will be tasked with the finding of new worlds and remapping and recovering the lost elements of humanity. Once this has been established, we'll be able to look forward to military defense projects. I look forward to reading your replies. Signed, Fleet Admiral Marcellus Tiberian of the 1st Naval Space Wing. Hello and welcome back to the next episode in the Aurora New Horizons Let's Play series. I hope you enjoyed the intro. Yeah, we're going to continue where we last left off with our military proposals, our hopeful advancement towards shipbuilding, and getting our jump drives sorted out for us. So, let's get right into it. A few things I need to go over is one, I renamed the 16th moon of Jupiter that's going to have all of our mines on it. I renamed it to Persephone. Let me know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Persephone. I'm not really sure how you pronounce that. I'm sure they pronounce it differently in Greek and Roman times. But that is the wife of Pluto, and there was some really cool backstory to that. If you want to go check out the last episode, there was a comment. You can go see about that. Okay. Other than that, there was a mistake I made in my design for my tanker. Like, this needs to be set as tanker. There we go. And yeah. So today's episode, we're going to try and fill out our military proposals and actually, do them. And so what we're gonna do for that is we're gonna get our military ship sorted out. So we'll have that done on the 30th, then we're gonna retool that to our troop transports, and then we're gonna get stuff moved over. But to do that, we're gonna have to replace our infantry and our ground forces first. So we're going to spend ground forces to garrison Apollo and Diana and more colonies, so we're going to need to produce more ground forces, obviously. So I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, support company, and then I'm going to put in a battalion, and then companies. And then a support company, and then a battalion. And then another brigade. So that's an entire brigade right there. So that should take about a year or so to get fully trained up. I probably want some more ground force construction facilities, but for so far that's fine. These are pretty conventional infantry, but they'll do their job, which is to garrison and keep the population happy. Yeah, everything looks good so far. Research wise, we got stuff on the way. So let's go through some time. And we complete research into jump point theory, so we're going to then put research into building up our jump drives. So research into that, please. We need max squadron jump radius as well. We're going to add more to sodium harvesters because we're going to need those. And we're unable to load automated mine. Does Persephone have a mass driver yet? No, it does not. Why does it not have a mass driver? Are we not supplying a mass driver? Yes, we are supplying a mass driver. Do we have a mass driver available? Yes, we do have a mass driver available. Okay, then what I'll do is I'll just say... let me have a look. edit demand to 1. I should fix it. And we just completed construction. We got some military instability rising on Apollo, so I am going to set this to stable. We have our mass driver here now, so we're going to start sending those resources back to New Solaris. And let's continue time through here. We just finished our slipway add-on, so we're now going to produce our troop transport, so retool. Oh, I retooled for the wrong one. Oh, that's going to be annoying. Retool for the Terror class. Some of these names aren't ingrained into me just yet, so I'm not familiar with them. That'll be done by next year, unfortunately, so we got a delay on that. Construction of research facilities just finished, so we're now going to put a lab into Morsorium Harvester because we're going to need that. I'm also need to ship tractor beam if I'm going to do tugs, which is actually going to be really important. We complete research into jump drive efficiency. Good. Yeah. Active grav sensors. We are going to put a research into better grav sensors, but also we need to get our gravitational survey sensors so that we can actually survey stuff. Let's get that underway. And Diana's now having issues, so we're going to sort out Diana. We're going to say stable. People being promoted. We completed research. We're adding research. Very good. And now we're training more stuff up on our world. We have a corundium shortage, so I'm going to just pause that quickly. And I'm going to put the rest into... Not sure why we have unused construction. There you go. Because we want to get some more infrastructure done, because I want to colonize Ares as well. Construction of infrastructure completed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to order for the... Oh yeah, we need to rebuild those fighters, don't we? I forgot about that. Yeah, those are on the way, my bad. Yeah, they're on the way. Okay, I'm going to put a colony on Ares though, so go over to our Centauri B. And we are going to create a colony on Ares. Battalion was trained, very, very good. And max squadron jump radius was researched. So I'm going to put research into better jump drive technology again. We complete the construction of those. We got our Rigel classes now, so I'm going to grab them and just detach. And then I'm going to load all installations. I'm going to... we need to do this 5 times, aren't we? So, yeah, because they move 25 at a time. Oh, that's gonna be a bit annoying, isn't it? Maximum items. We'll see what they can do with that. That should work out for us there. So let's unload and then resupply on Apollo. Okay, does Apollo now have 1 cargo shore station? No, it does not, because he needs 4 more. So that's because there's an issue with the cargo shore stations, because they're bigger than you'd expect them to be. So move over to Apollo, unload, refuel, repeat orders that many times, and then that should be sorted out for us there. We complete that continual capacity, very, very nice. And we are currently retooling for those. Let's add another slipway for this, and let's add another slipway for that, because we're actually going to need to produce some tankers if we want to continue our construction efforts. So let's get on that whenever we can. We just completed training on that one. Freight is completed on Apollo, so Apollo now has a cargo shuttle station. And this is going to mean we're going to have to do this a little differently in terms of moving these stations. So we are going to move to Diana, uninstall all installations, and I'm going to repeat, and then repeat, and then I'm going to go to here, I'm going to go low cargo shore station, go to Diana, unload all, and then refuel and resupply from colony. Okay, good. Why are we still producing current ore main mines? Didn't I say to stop that? Pause. And I'm going to put an order in for another 2,000 infrastructure, so we'll put that at 20%. I'll modify that, I'm not sure why that would default it to 100% there. And then up that into the queue. Okay, good. And we complete orders, so now Diana should have a cargo shore station, very good. Both worlds, so this will make civilian movement very easy in comparison. So now we're going to start moving our infrastructure to Ares, so infrastructure, unload on Ares, and refuel from colony, cycle those moves please. And we completed retooling for the Terra class, so now we're going to put in orders for 2 of these. Shipyard, boom boom. And they should be coming out in 2132, so that's going to be quite a bit away, unfortunately. We complete research into underway replenishment. I'm going to put more research into just getting better technology. I want to focus on getting our mining technology up, because we're going to need it considering our accessibility problems. And we just finished research into thorium harvesters. So what we're next going to need is going to be a ship-to-ship tractor beam to actually move the stations that we're going to design for the fuel. And complete research into jump drive efficiency. So I'm going to put research into developing our jump drive. We want a jump drive that can move 10,000 tons. So that should be size 40. And yeah, we're going to give it a company name. What's that set? I did not see that. Savalu Jovil something. Let's create that. And this will be for our new exploration vessels, which will be for Project Osiris. We're going to try and get that off the ground and get that moving to where we want to get it going to. I'm also going to put some laboratories into just developing better armor, because that's going to save us a lot of space if we have composite instead of uranium armor, so yeah. New battalions were trained. More training happening. Complete research into the jump drive, so I'm going to now put the rest of the laboratories into... Do we not have those labs? Where did the labs go? Yeah, we should have those labs. I'm not sure where the labs just went. They weren't displaying. We'll put that into that, and then I'm going to put the rest into getting better active grav sensor strength, because you guys really wanted me to go explore, so that's what I'm going to do. But I want to get better sense tech if we are actually going to go and do that. We complete research, we need to get our grav sensors. Okay, good. And we complete research into gravitational survey sensors. So now we're going to put some more research into getting better electromagnetic sensors and also getting better thermal sensors. And I'm going to put one more research into that. I'm also going to put a research into... we're going to get some better engines. So we want 40% of the craft to be engines, really, at the end of the day. So we have a lot better engine technology, so that'll be 2,000 tons each. That'll be 40% of the craft will be in engines. So I'm okay with this pretty much. I don't want it doesn't need to go too fast, so we're gonna give it a little bit better efficiency, just because I want to keep it efficient. So give it a company name. I'm gonna create, and then I'm going to start researching the newer and better engines for our exploration vessel. We trained up a new brigade. And we got high density uranium armor just finished, so we're now going to put that into composite. How is the colonization of Ares? Ares is nearly at 10 million population, so we pretty much colonized most of the big bodies in our system. Unfortunately, we can't colonize New Caprica due to its gravitational field. It's 2.1 Gs, and humans can only go up to 1.9 G environments. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to colonize New Caprica, even if we remove the atmosphere. So that is a pretty unfortunate fact. Okay, we're going to move our battalion. So we're going to load this one, and we're going to load the next one. We're going to unload the 58th Infantry Brigade, and then unload the 59th Infantry Brigade on Apollo and also Diana. We haven't done anything for Ares just yet, because I haven't sent up a military proposal for that. We're also planning to put stuff on Apollo. I'm not sure about putting stuff on Ares, but we probably will put some kind of defensive structure around Ares and New Solaris. So we are going to need to look to develop better defense technologies. So I am going to put research into understanding probably particle beams. I do like my particle beams quite a bit. If you know me from my like ARs, I do like my particle beams. So we're going to put research into getting better particle beam technology there. And did we complete our orders? Do we now have 2 infantry? Yes, we do. So we have oh, looks like we weren't able to move. Whoa. So we were able to move that company just fine. Not able to move the rest of them. Okay. Maybe I probably miscalculated the amount of size we would need because that's 26,000, and then okay, yeah, I probably miscalculated that. So I'm gonna move. Go to troops. Go to New Solaris. I'm going to have to move this accordingly. What am I gonna need for these? Because Diana's not. Okay, so we got 1 battalion. I'm gonna need 3 infantry companies. Okay, I'm gonna need a full battalion and 3 infantry companies, basically. Okay. So we're gonna load ground units. We're gonna load 1, 2, 3, and then we need another support company, and then we're gonna need 3 more infantry companies. So 72nd, 73rd, 74th. And then go over to Diana and unload all units. Okay, good. So now we should have those formations here. Oh my god. They were taking time to unload. That must have been why, because they finished with Apollo and then they moved to Diana and then sometimes life hurts me inside. Okay, that's fine. We're just gonna move them back then. 64th. And unload. You know what? What's that? It's like 2 battalions. No, I can't just send 2 random battalions on their own. We'll leave it for now. And then we'll have a look over here. Economics. So Ares is having a bit of a fit at the moment. We currently have our troops handling the local populations on Diana and also Apollo. So we are going to move something over to Ares. I'll move a battalion for now until we can get proper plans into place. And I'm also going to put construction into 100 financial centers because we need to actually supply jobs to our colonies. So we are going to do that. Okay, we just completed that order. So let's assemble a battalion for deployment. So let's move those infantry companies over there. And I'm going to move a support company, and then I'm going to tell my troop transport, hey, load ground units, go over here, load all sub, load this, head over to Ares, unload all, and then refuel from colony. And there we go. We now have ground forces all over the system, so we should overall be fine. for our defense, and also stamping out any unrest that these unwary civilians may or may not have. And I'm also going to tell them that Ares is kind of going to be off limits for now. I am going to need to assign some more governors though. So let's get assigning governors. Population growth really, then that's what I want. Between administrator and population. Go for Ares. There we go. And in terms of our research, how are we looking? We're getting the drive sorted out so far, so we should be good for that. Okay, and we're just going to continue where we left off and just keep going forward through time. Trying to get up to those jump drives. We finished our ship tractor beam. So I'm going to design a new ship. I'm going to label it for Tug, and I'm going to give it some commercial ion drives. I think like 15 of these things. We're going to get 15 drives and a tractor beam, and I need 5 tractor beams. I need 1 tractor beam because they don't stack. And we need a conscript crew. And I'm going to give it some better fuel storages. So we'll say 800,000, and this will just be for tugging around our stations. Speaking of stations, we're going to design a new station. It's going to be a Saurium harvester. So where is that? There's a fuel harvesting thing in here. Wait a minute. Fuel harvester station, very good. We are going to add in our fuel harvesters. So dun. Give it no armor. Get rid of the bridge. Why does it need crew cores? It doesn't need crew cores. Imagine needing crew cores. And then we're gonna add in some fuel storage. Some very basic. Just we'll give it. If it's producing okay, let's do some math there. So 1.6 million liters per year. Okay, 1.6 million liters per year. That's gonna mean that we're gonna need a total of 8.2, 6.4. Let's say we have 5 stations. That's gonna mean we're gonna need around 6.4. We need around 8 million liters of fuel. If we're using that much here, but that's obviously gonna be more. So we're gonna go for that's 4 years. So we want to do probably every 5 years max fuel capacity. But do we really like? I think we'll just give it for its maximum fuel that it can actually mine through a year, because we're always gonna have. Hopefully, anyway, we're always going to have a tanker that's going to be moving that fuel back and forward. So we'll give it that much fuel. We'll make it a tanker. I'm also going to personally set it so that it has a minimum fuel of 0, because we don't want to actually give it any fuel when we first send it out, because it's going to get the fuel from the place. And we're also going to give it a conscript crew so it doesn't eat away at our officers. Okay. So I'm going to put an order in for some of these space stations. So I'm going to put an order for 5 of these at 25%. And then I'm also going to put in an order for getting some of these ships on. I need to move this up to 5,000 tons here. So we're going to increase that capacity. And we should be good for that. In terms of our Empire mining, we're doing okay. I don't really see an issue with that. In terms of research, we seem to be doing okay as well. We still got a few things before we can start designing our exploration vessel, but so far so good. We'll get some design mock-ups for now. So we're going to create a new ship class. I'm going to rename it to the what should we name it? Something after the great. We'll call it Osiris. I think it makes sense. Project Osiris. This will be the maiden ship or the first ship, and then, well, I guess the Osiris class and then we'll have the first ship be named Osiris, and then it'll go on from that, and we're gonna give it the title of exploration vessel. So APD exploration ship, and I'm going to add in the engines. So go over to here, and we're gonna add in 2 of these engines. I'm gonna give it a deployment time of, I say, 48 months, and geological survey sensor will get some improved. I'll have 2 improved, and then I'll have 2 gravitational. Fuel storage wise, let's add a large. We'll give them 1,000,000 liters of fuel each. We'll give them about 60 billion kilometer range, which should be good for their overall mission parameter time. So we shouldn't have any issues with that. We're also going to add, do we have a command and control? Yeah, science department to speed up stuff to do with that. So max repairs 160, so we're going to need to add some more engineering spaces. So yeah, and I'm going to add in the jump drive, of course. So we added jump drive in. I'll go to 80 billion kilometers worth of fuel. Maintenance time is not the best. And we don't really have a lot of space for sensors, but like that's a bit of an issue. The speed's decent considering. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take away one of the improved geological survey sensors, and yeah, I think I'll take away one of those. It's a rate to 1 billion kilometers. And we'll spend the last like 250 on just getting some basic thermal and passive sensors, because at the end of the day we don't really need active sensors. I mean, we could put them on, but I don't think we need them. And we're also gonna have some new armor coming up soon, and some new sensors anyway. So this is just the base hull of the ship, and then we'll pad it out as we go, obviously. Yeah. And that's where we're going to leave the episode off. We just finished, well, we didn't finish designing, but we started designing our exploration vessel. We continued our colonization. We enacted some of our military proposals on our appropriate planets. Things we're going to next to focus on is building up some STOs before we head out. Getting a few more, getting those exploration ships designed and then built. I want at least 4 of them. And then also expanding our binding operations across the system. Let me know what you think. Please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to really just help out the channel. We're nearly at 500 subscribers, so if you really could do that, that would be awesome. I'll see you next time. You stay safe, and bye bye.